Hello guys, welcome back to another figure review of mine. Now we're gonna take a look at the DC Collectibles DC Essentials Reverse Flash figure. And there's so much wrong with this figure, to say it from the bat. It is a nice figure, but it's kind of sad, or I like DC Collectibles, but lately I don't know what it is. The last figure I've bought from them, the Superman Doomsday 2-pack, from the last one from the DC Icons line, there was so much QC later on. The joints were coming loose afterwards very badly, and it was just so annoying. And with this figure, it's the same. The joints are very loose, in my opinion, and he does have a kind of weird proportions. If you look at this, his legs are way too long, it seems. And look, straight out of packaging, it was loose like that. You know, the joints are overall in general kind of loose, and the paint isn't that good everywhere. You know, it is good, okay. It's okay. I like this figure a lot, don't get me wrong, but it could have been so much better. And there was paint shifting all over from this figure, from the joints. Small parts of paint were coming off, and that's the reason the joints are coming loose. They should have molded the joints in the same color of this plastic. Maybe the whole figure. That would have been so much better, and the joints would have been much tighter. The same problem NECA had in the past. They always put a lot of paint on the joints, and the paint, of course, is coming off when you articulate the figure, and that's the reason it comes loose. And this figure is really big. I was surprised how big he was, actually. He's maybe even bigger than Marvel Select Scale. No, it's same, I believe. I will compare it with a couple of figures in a bit, but first let's take a look at the packaging. I really do like these packaging of DC Collectibles. You see the artwork, or the picture of the figure, and on the back side you can see the other figures. I actually wanted Deathstroke, but I bought this figure in a store and they didn't have Deathstroke. I bought this figure in Amsterdam. The Flash, they had that figure too, but the face sculpt didn't look that good, in my opinion. And Batman, they hadn't the Batman also, because probably it was sold out or something. I paid like 30 bucks for this figure, so that isn't that much, but it is a nice figure though. His paint is so nice, and I do like the head sculpt. Look at the head sculpt, very cool, very evil, and that's the reason I like this figure. And the color yellow is so cool. It is a nice figure though. Look at him, so evil. Sorry. I'm geeking out. But anyway, let's take a look at the articulation of this figure. What I was saying. Some points of articulation is kind of loose, but let's first take a look at the head. He can't look up at all, actually. You know, maybe a little bit like that. And down, he can't look down either. Rotation, no pivot. The ball joint isn't working that good, it seems. But his shoulders are kind of okay, as in tightness. But yeah, it's okay. The shoulders are okay. Only this side, not that much too. It's okay. I don't want to be as arrogant sore ass like Anthony Customs. That guy, he doesn't even like action figures, I think, because he is just like a little kid. He whines so much. Even the good, you know, sometimes he is right, you know, about a couple of things. But even when things are good, he still is complaining about a couple of things. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about him. The elbow joints are kind of okay, as in tightness. The range of motion is pretty good, but let's see, this side is a little bit on the loose side. The bicep swivel isn't really loose, but it could be tighter on there, you know. And this, his wrist is very loose too. Look at that. Yeah, you can rotate and hinge his wrist in like that and outwards like that. It's a little bit loose. I don't like that much. Instead of the diaphragm joint like the DC Icons figures, he has an ab crunch, but he isn't even comparable with the DC Icons figure. This isn't even a replacement of the DC Icons figure. This figure is so much bigger. It is not a joke. He's really big. He can crunch downwards to there. And you can't make this work with Marvel Legends because he is just too big even for that. His hip joints, the range of motion is okay. Look at this. It's good. The range of motion is good, but look, it's very floppy going forward. Forward like that, backwards to there. He has a thigh cut, which is, that's okay. And you see here, paint is coming off on some parts. So that is not a good thing. So he can bend his knee in till there. And the knee joint, yeah, it's tight here. It's tight. The knee joints are good. Knee joints are good. But maybe if the paint comes off there, it can get loose too. But I was surprised how loose he was immediately out of the packaging. Normally figures get loose over time, but this figure was immediately loose. And his ankle is a little bit weird. He has a ball rotation here and a hinge, but you can use that hinge also. You need to rotate and work with it to get a pivot. But his pivot is good, very good. He can stand very wide like this, as you can see. So his ankle articulation is good, but what I was saying, his ankle is a little bit loose too. And he also has a booth cut, by the way. So yeah, I like this figure a lot. I do like it because why? I love action figures and I love DC collectibles. I love DC a lot. If you guys haven't noticed, I like DC a little bit more than Marvel, but I like them both. For me, it's, I like them both, but I do like DC more. I like the style of Warner Bros. Animations and stuff. I like Reverse Flash. He's so badass. But anyway, he doesn't stand very good at all. He doesn't stand good at all. Now I have a softer underground where he's standing on, but in general, look, he can't stand that good. But let's do a size comparisons quick. No, not quick, just size comparison. Here he is next to a Storm collectible figure, and they are in the same scale, exactly, I think. Yeah, they are exactly in the same scale. This works perfectly, really perfectly. This figure is really nice. I like the head sculpt and the paint color. You see it's a little bit of a flat yellow, matte yellow type of color, and this is all painted, not sculpted. But anyway, let's take a look and compare him with the Mesco figure. This can work really good too, because Wolverine should be very small and you can make this work. But with the Superman Mesco, not really, because Superman should be, I believe, bigger than him. But I am not complaining about that. I still do like this a little bit. You can make it work if you are a die-hard nerd like me. With NECA, this is really perfect. This can work perfectly. Really good. Kratos is a bigger NECA figure. And here, next to a Marvel Select, they work perfectly together. And here with the Marvel Legends Wolf Captain America, you can see he is too big to make it work with the Marvel Legends figure. And here, important comparison with the DC Icons Black Adam, and you can see he's much bigger. It isn't even comparable. They should be the same height at least. So yeah, this doesn't work at all. It's kind of sad for the people who were liking and collecting this scale, because I don't know what DC Collectibles do. I don't know what they do, man. They need to release more obscure characters like Marvel Legends. Hasbro does with the Marvel Legends line. That should be much better for them, I think. Yeah, that's comparison. Kind of the same type of characters. Both are villains from the Flash, and this can't work, but you can make it work. But yeah, overall, so I can say If you are really liking these, they are very nice figures, don't get me wrong. And for the price point, they are better than the Marvel Legends. That's my opinion, because he does have a lot of quality feel to it though, despite the joints being loose. But you need to make that choice yourself. Anyway, hope you guys like this review. Take care. See you guys later.